This is the testing. Those of you just joining the stream, I had no idea that this was even live. I am infuriated. Cannot believe that this is not a mainstream or at least Bravo stream match. And it's not just because I'm a Sentinels fan, like, they need to have this on, like, the mainstream. Like, I cannot believe that this is what we've regressed to. Trying to get things worked out here.
Team nearing victory. Ball taken. Ball taken. Ball taken. Ball taken. Ball taken.
Sorry, I'm literally having to post like the go lives like while I like literally am almost watching the team I'm rooting for getting eliminated on a side stream that nobody's commentating, that nobody actually said publicly was actually going live. They literally started. I mean, this series has been live for like 25 minutes. They're not even supposed to start the stream till right now. Like it just is so infuriating, man. I cannot believe they're doing this. It's so like I don't even understand. Okay, yeah, that's crazy, dude. That is crazy, man. Oh my god. They started it early. Like okay, if it was broadcasting like 15 minutes from now maybe. We are 4 games. We are going to game 5. Oh my god, on the Delta stream or on the Charlie stream. Like what the frack? I'm reading Xiaowei's Twit Longer that Oakham just posted because this is very, very significant. And unfortunately, based off what I'm reading here, this is another Me Too, hashtag Me Too thing. And I am very disappointed that he got caught up in this. Not disappointed with him because this seems like exactly what I expected. He didn't do anything. Just the she has been sharing our private out of context DMs to other women in the community is exactly, man, unless it is actually like man, like that is really messed up, especially if he didn't do anything, which I don't think he did. I have no idea what this is in reference to. If I've ever made anyone uncomfortable, I sincerely apologize. At this point, yeah. I mean, dude, that really sucks. I am so, dude. Thank you for sharing that, Oakham. I'm gonna post that in HCS. I will say this, and I mean this very, very sincerely because I obviously am on stream. There have been a lot of very, very highly controversial, high profile, devastating events that have occurred at events like this, such as, for example, Rooster Teeth's events, for example, which has been taken care of and dealt with. Ryan Haywood, for those of you who don't know, that have brought an incredible amount of focus and attention from the community to these events and what transpires during them, because it's when everyone gets together. I personally believe that a lot of this is brought on by the fact that everyone's been confined via COVID and everyone's getting back together again, and that can be messy. That's part of the explanation, a very small fraction of the explanation. I have seen and interacted with Shyway for a long time, and there is no way in hell he would do anything like anything that is remotely worth warranting dropping him as a caster, or and he's not banned from events, just to clarify, which I was very relieved to read. He is not banned from events. One of the things that bothers me about the way 343 is handling some of these things, and even the way they handle the thing with Sentinels, which they should have handled the thing with Sentinels the way they did. But there was one specific element that I didn't like, and they're continuing to do it here, is that they are not reaching out to the person being accused for their full story and interacting with them in a transparent way. They are taking all other evidence that is not coming from the person being accused and then acting off of that. In the case of Royal 2, they were thankfully right, and beyond right, beyond a shadow of a doubt. And and I'm a fan of Sentinels, like I'm a hardcore fan of Sentinels. They were right in banning him temporarily and right in the people they find. Royal One made some of the most embarrassing, vomit inducing tweets I've ever seen, and I've lost some major respect for him over that. However, it does not stop the fact that 343 seems to be relentlessly like they are not reaching out to the people. Like he even said it in the twit longer. He's like, they've never like reached out to me to like get my full story. That is unbelievable, bro. Because Shyway is not that kind of person. So unfortunately, what this all comes to a head is that, and if you haven't heard of this is very a touchy subject, so I'm not going to go too into detail on this. There are specific individuals, not even just women, but specific individuals in the community that unfortunately are playing into this hashtag Me Too movement where once someone is accused of something, they are dogpiled on relentlessly by people who did not actually experience events or negative things from this person. And again, I don't know if that's the case in this specific instance. I have no idea, right? I don't know. There are absolutely like real things that happen in this area, and I'm not trying to like overstep my boundaries in that. Those are not the events I'm talking about. This, as far as I can tell from Shyway and the phenomenal lack of evidence that has come out, it is he's not even sharing the name of the person, right? He is keeping that very confidential. Shyway has the ability to come out, say this person's name, and say that they're lying about him. He is being remarkably like nice to this person and clearly respects them to a major degree to not bring their name up, because I'm thinking of a few names right now, and if it was any of those people, I would flame the living crap out of them, because I that just pisses me off, man. That just pisses me off. Shawway's not the kind, and don't get me wrong, like I'm happy to be proven wrong, but I mean, Shawway does not have to share those personal details about his life, and that's amazing that he is. Sorry. Okay. The main stream is starting up, and we are in game 5 with Sentinels possibly being eliminated. I cannot believe the poor scheduling of this event over the past, I want to say, 12 hours. I cannot believe there is something like major that went wrong with some of the stations or something to make it like this. that they have to feel that they have to start these matches so unbelievably early that they're not even broadcast on the main or Bravo streams. I cannot believe it, man. What's up, Boo? What's up? There are a lot of emotions running through me right now. So I don't exactly know what to say besides what I've already said. I think I'll have a few more thoughts later. They need to start the matches before the mainstream is up? No. No, no, no. No, they do not. They need to start the mainstream up, and then these matches get started so that the mainstream can tell us on Charlie, this is happening right now. If you want to go watch it. And maybe briefly give a few minutes of snapshot into it. This is an elimination match for a countless $1,000 differential. Both of these teams are very worth watching, and this entire match is worth watching, as it's clearly going to a Game 5. If this was a pull play match, that's totally different. Totally different. That is... I don't understand what you're asking, Oakham. I legitimately do not understand. Okay, yeah. When you say they, you mean so HCS needs to start matches before the mainstream is up? Yes. Yes. And they shouldn't. Yes. Okay, sorry. That's very confusing. When you say just a pronoun they, I had no idea what you're referring to. Lethal's doing 7 and 2, man. He is trying his heart out. Royal 2 with the snipe. That's a really good sign. Are you... The observer gets Just to clarify, the good thing about this is that the game is continuing. The game is still being played. The bad thing about it is we're not even able to fracking see... Dude. In an elimination match in a $350,000 tournament, the team that won the last event is relegated to a Delta stream that starts up out of the schedule that then loses the observer, and we can't even see what the hell is going on. I am incensed, man. I cannot believe this. And here I was saying the first day that everything was going like better. Or, dude. Thankfully, it's back up. They did fix it. This is probably, by the way, the second observer. Thank God they have 2 observers in. Yeah, it is the second observer. I am mind blown by the level of incompetence on display. The definition of unprofessional. You will never see this happen at Call of Duty events. Current Call of Duty events. You'll never see it happen. It won't. It literally won't happen. They have people commentating over Charlie. Like, I'm not joking. It's like, wow. I hope to God Worlds is run better than this. Like, you can have 7 free drops on Twitch all day long, and it doesn't matter if we can't watch, like, oh my God. part of what you're hearing me say right now is literally 10 plus years of watching Halo get shafted in the online scheduling configuration of events, and the hope that esports engine is going to do things better. But the fact that HCS and 343 through HCS is, I doubt this is esports engine's fault at all. Okay, and even Snakebite said in a tweet what I just said just now, so keep that in mind. So what you're hearing is not just me complaining about this. It's years of built up frustration culminating into a tournament right before Worlds for a team that literally won the last event. Like it's devastatingly horrendous how bad the scheduling has been. At the end of yesterday, I waited for almost an hour to watch Cloud9 versus FaZe, which happened on the Bravo broadcast last night. I waited for an hour. I ended my stream and hosted a stream that was sitting there on a white blank page for almost an hour while they figured out whatever the hell was happening. And then it just suddenly came back on at like 10:30 p.m. and we watched this series, which was a good series, by the way, a really good series. FaZe won 3-1 over Cloud9, a match that 1,000,000% should have been on main stage in the winner's bracket. Dude, man, like, I have this mental checklist of, like, if I'm ever in a conversation with Unicheck, Tashi, or these people, they better pray to God that I don't have a one-on-one conversation with them. Because the amount of hard, detailed, lethally precise questions that I'm going to ask, and I'm not going to take I don't know for an answer on, is scary. Really scary. Lethal's played so well this game, man. He was like 13-4 at one point or something. This game should be on main stage. The main channel is not even watching this. Lottie, who is literally engaged to one of these players, is forced to do a showcase match for Halo 3, a game that's 15 years old, while her literal fiance is battling for their tournament life. I can't believe how dumb this is, man. That was a 50-49 game. How is this not on main stage? What the frack? Literally, Frosty doesn't get that kill, and a few seconds later, they lose. They just eliminated like, their tournament life was on the line. That was amazing from G1, man. That was such a... Dude, I cannot... I may be really annoying. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I may be really annoying to watch the HCS through today. Like, yeah, I tried to place the follow alert pretty well. Thank you, Maury04 for the follow. I appreciate it. Dude, I'm gonna switch over to the main.
think the sandbox and everything was so special about Halo 3, but like to me,
They are literally talking about a game that was 15 years old. Please don't get me wrong. Like, I love this stuff. Like, if that other match was not going on, I wouldn't have anything to say about this. But a game that's 15 years old versus a elimination, dude. Oh my god. Is this an Orlando Major, or is this the Halo showcase for future stuff? Like,
we actually did grow together in those adverse situations where, I mean, you're playing against the best in the world. You got to figure it out and find a way to beat them. That's what competition's all about. That's what competitive esports is all about, and that's what Halo really is. And that's just the time period that I was able to live through.
Indeed. And now, Tony, I'm going to put you on the spot here, but as talent members, Walshy or Bravo?
That ain't right. That ain't right. I love me some Bravo, but when I first started watching competitive Halo, it was about Walshy. Give me Walshy all day, and Bravo, he's gonna beat me up in the back. I'm gonna have to hide.
He certainly won't. I'll tell you what he'll say. He'll say no hard feelings, and then as soon as potentially, you never know, but if he wins, he'll 100% make sure that you know that he won, without a doubt. There's no doubt about that. But when it comes to these two teams, you know, they're just legends, right, in their own right. And Goofy, talk to me about all of these figures, you know, on these rosters, because they're coming back, they're playing together. You know, it means a lot to them to go back onto a main stage and kind of, you know, repeat history once again.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously the players on the side of Triggers Down, two of them are competing. Two of them obviously will be seen at the Halo World Championship.
Hell, man.
We're talking about Team War having a fantastic day yesterday. Snipe Down, of course, the newest member of E United. So, you know, on the side of Instincts, just having the Elamite Warrior, Lunchbox, it's just legends all spread across that stage today, and I couldn't be more excited to witness some more greatness.
All right, and when we get into it here, in terms of the gameplay, we can't reveal too much yet, but Clutch, you know, who are you expecting to be performing?
I mean, there's a couple players on that stage that are still in the tournament. I'm going to expect Snipe Down to bully Walsh, and that's going to be the moral of the story. I told Dave backstage, I said, just make sure you get a kill.
Just make sure you get a kill. Oh my goodness me, the disrespect. But to be fair, he did say that he hasn't warmed up and that, you know, his thumbs are a little bit rusty, etc., etc.
No disrespect, but everybody knows who's still in their prime on that stage and who's still trying to figure out the rest of life after the pro player career. So, as fun as it is still heavily one-sided, I would say. I like Triggers Down's roster.
In terms of the heavily one-sided, let's talk about some of the accolades that both of these teams have managed to accomplish. I mean, Clutch, talk us through, you know, why these guys are so legendary for maybe new viewers coming in only in Halo Infinite.
Yeah, I mean, where do you want me to start? We could start with Dave Walsh, where everyone knows his history, how many career championships he has. I don't think we still have a count of that, but I mean, when you look at Elamite, the most winning player in Halo 3, absolutely belongs up there. Hysteria was an absolute problem for my career in Halo 3. He knocked me out of so many tournaments, I think. Hines, best player 2009, I believe. So, an absolute gem up there. Best Man was probably the most underrated player on the stage in his Halo 3 career. When Best Man at the end of 2010, let me tell you, like, there was nobody that I liked playing, like, less than Hysteria and Bestman together, because Hysteria is not missing in top, middle, and arrows, but Bestman is, like, your power-up, creating absolute chaos.
And you had Neighbor as well, running around.
Yeah, I'm messing with you. Neighbor's a problem as well. There's so much talent, so much history on that stage just alone. I mean, the accolades would break the stage if the medals and the trophies were on there with him.
Yeah, indeed. I've got to say there is a lot of success on that stage, to say the least, right now, going up against one another. And when we look at Halo 3, you mentioned the sandbox, you know, in particular, you know, what is kind of resonating with Halo 3 in terms of your favorite maps, maybe Goofy, some of the sandbox, some of the weapons, you know, what really takes you back when you do manage to get back on the game?
Halo 3, I mean, it's just a plate, like, that classic Halo playstyle. I've always enjoyed that. I've always enjoyed that classic Halo feel. Halo 3, again, it's more so nostalgic for me, Lottie. Because I grew up on that game, because I put in so many hours, naturally, I'm inclined to that, you know, play style. That kind of, the mechanics of Halo 3 always were very appealing to me. So, you know, obviously the game has evolved and the movement and all, like, so much has changed over time. But anytime I go back to Halo 3, it's a good time.
To me, it's the projectiles. What the BR in Halo 3 was able to provide was such a large skill gap due to the fact that you had to lead your shots in so many different situations. Reticle placement meant more in Halo 3 with the less aim assist and magnetism than any other Halo, I would say. And at 30 frames per second, you were even more tested back then. Obviously, we didn't know what we were missing, but it was just like the individual skill in the battle rifle itself gave that game so much opportunity. And you saw players like Roy take over.
Yeah, indeed. You certainly did. And also the setups back then were way different, right? You know, you go to big events and things were very different. It kind of reminded you of the open bracket, really. You know, you're watching over screens. There's a lot of kind of like community huddles happening around massive games. And Tony, you said, you know, you were kind of watching that unfold before you as a viewer. What was it like to go back to that time? And if you think about it, you know, did that really start to push your passion for this game?
Yeah, I mean, not only was I probably the biggest viewer on the stage right now, but I probably sound the best.
Let everyone
Halo
know,
player out of everybody
almost
so
positive
far on here.
that there's
wow.
going to
Wow.
be
Wow.
some sort of
Wow.
reveal where
I'm just
they're going to
saying,
start the
hold and
game and it's
busted.
going to be
Down in
on
this,
Halo
you
3
guys
maps.
already know.
I'm sorry, on Halo Infinite maps that are rebuilt in Halo
Stuck
for
in
Halo 3.
Diamond.
So I'm
But
just letting you
from
know.
a viewer
I'm
standpoint,
very confident that's the case.
You got to really just watch the fundamentals.
No,
When it comes to
they're
competitive
purposely
Halo
playing it
3,
up,
that's what I
Oakham.
love watching, that
There are
ultimate
people,
team
Minblitz
game.
has verified with
Watch them have
someone
to
who's
earn
at the
every
tournament
single inch
currently
on the
data
map.
mining
That was my
the
favorite thing
actual
about
like
Halo
build
3
that they currently
I
have.
love that. I tell you what, we
on
can talk all day
stage
about our favorite memories,
at
about the
the
game,
HCS
but
build,
it's
as
about
they're
time
calling
to
it,
get to
and
know our
343
teams a little
and their
bit
phenomenal
better.
level
Let's
of
toss it down to the
incompetence
stage
just
right
as
now with
everything
Blaze.
opens.
Angled
So he's
boy.
been able to look through everything and see the escalation game mode that they're building and verify that certain game types are in there and that Halo 3 maps
All
are on the
right,
build.
what's up,
and
Orlando? You
everything.
guys ready to get this HCS
Strongly
throwback
recommend
throwdown
watching
started?
Minblitz's videos.
Wow.
It's all supposed. I mean,
People showed up.
I
That's
appreciate them
cool.
trying to
I'll
make it a
remember this
surprise,
video. Show
but
up
when
for my
you
big team
have-
Bonanza win the next
you're
time.
incompetent when you're building
you
your
can't
game.
still
It's
be
not a
salty
surprise
with
to
them.
you.
We got a treat
Sorry,
for you guys
myself.
on the main stage as it's lit up in red and
No.
green. It's like Christmas here.
They're going to
Yeah,
play
we got
Halo
the
Infinite, but
3
it's going to be
anniversary.
Halo
Yeah, I know,
3
it's nuts.
maps. So they're going to be
15
Halo 3
years
maps that are
of
built in Halo
3.
Infinite.
Now I feel really old.
Supposedly. That's
Which
what everyone has
unfortunately isn't fair.
theorized.
Who's their midnight release Halo 3? Yeah.
So that's supposed to be this
That's
big
right, that's right.
reveal
Yeah, no,
that
it
has
was
already
good
been revealed
times,
by
good
everyone.
memories, and of course, obviously all the old MLG
Which
events
again,
back
it's
in the
343's
day,
fault
that
for
was like
making it
the
available for
icing
everyone
on
to
a
see.
delicious
You can
cake.
literally,
It's
it's a
been a great
computer.
time.
It was
You can
a
literally
great
just
time,
go
and we had
onto
so
it and
many
then figure
amazing
things out.
players
It's
playing
not
in that
hard.
era, and it's time to bring them to the stage right now. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Instinct! We got two-time champion and one of the best snipers of all time. Give it up for Neighbor! The most winningest player of Halo 3. Make some noise for Elamite! X Games gold medalist and 14-time champion. We got Lunchbox. And now, 30-time champion.
Lethal tweets out
three-time
XD.
national champion.
That you know
Walshy.
what that's about.
And lastly, 14-time champion. We got Coach Towie in the building. Give it up for Instinct.
All right. Look, everyone on that side of stage, great, except for Walshy. But everyone, fantastic. But they need some opponents, and who better to welcome them to the stage? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Triggers
So
Down!
Sentinel's in top 6 now.
First up, it's the guy who set this whole thing up so he could play on the main stage, Richie Hines. It's the best guy to get the job done. It's Bestman. Somehow, someway, we found him here from his card-selling streams. Hysteria. And last but certainly not least, looking to bring
Dude.
another chip to Orlando, Snipe Down.
It gets worse.
And last but not least, oh my God, he's turned back time. Coach Bravo with the long hair.
Sentinels versus G1 on side station with only one screen for the crowd to watch, with 2 blank screens next to it, and an entire main stage left wide open, not showing the match either. Like, hello.
Halo 3 showdown started.
Nice job,
That's right.
343.
I mean,
Nice job.
it's Halo 3 Showdown, but we're going to be playing on Halo Infinite, so
No, we got the best Halo 3 players of all time on stage.
Yeah,
we got to
sure.
be playing Halo 3.
No, we're actually going to be playing Halo Infinite.
See?
But I have a little surprise for everyone.
What's happening?
Go ahead, roll the tape.
Here it is. Wow, such a surprise. I'm so surprised. Wow. Please don't get me wrong. This is cool. This is going to be a neat reveal because they're going to transfer to Halo Infinite. Because it's totally not like I called this less than 10 minutes ago.
Right now, but I have chills going across my body because
video cuts
I
there.
recognize a little flash
What?
at the end of that, and that map I recognize for sure. But I am so excited right now to welcome to the desk Forge
That
lead
video
designer
needed to be
Michael
longer.
Shaw to talk to us about what we just witnessed. Michael, please enlighten everybody. What on earth was that video about?
Thanks, Lottie. So what you saw, maybe you recognize it. That's the pit from Halo 3, completely remade in the new Halo Infinite Forge.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. Can you tell us a little bit more about this map?
Yeah, so obviously this is a fan favorite, both from the social and the competitive side, and we're super happy to see people playing it today.
So, Michael, as a longtime fan of Halo 3, my favorite Halo
Full screen
game,
images,
really
not
where I
widescreen,
came
black
up.
bars
I
on the
gotta
side.
ask,
They couldn't
how
even
does this
capture
new
this in
map compare to the
widescreen.
original one?
Nice.
It's pretty faithful. We have scaled the map to accommodate the new Infinite movement and stuff. We've done
Movement and
updated
stuff.
the weapon and equipment placement to make sure that it feels like Halo 3, but with the new sandbox.
The lighting
a couple
is
of the
great.
ramps have been rotated to accommodate the slides that we have in Infinite. If you remember the fence from the original, the setting for this is actually now a skyscraper, right? So we removed the fence. So now on that side, there's opportunities for repulsor play to send people to their death. So that'll be super fun. You know, when you're playing in Fiesta, maybe there's some fun grapple plays off the side of the map, and also, you know, where the overshield is, maybe some good.
So a lot of people were wondering, is this going to be classic
and then,
settings
the
with
sword
no
room,
advanced
there's a
movement?
drop
This
down,
is advanced
to
movement.
go to the
apparently.
overshield, and there's some
So
good,
that's
good
cool.
place for ambushes there.
I was
and maybe
wondering if they would
repulsor
do
jumps
that.
back up.
Love
Because
all
I don't
of it, and
think
gotta
that the
say, I'm sure
community
everyone
should
at
be
home and the
segregated
crowd can agree
into
with me when I
even
say
more
this is
playlists that have
absolutely
different
stunning.
settings. That's
The
my
pit
personal
is a fan
opinion.
favorite,
Something
a
Halo 5
competitive
did
favorite
that I
from
really
Halo 3.
approved of.
So to see it in that way is just mind-blowing. I mean, it's gorgeous. The lighting, the colors, the sky. Did you see the sky, folks? Oh my goodness me. It's absolutely amazing. So, Michael, talk to me about what really went into creating this, the look, the aesthetics, but more importantly,
And
the play
I'm
as
guessing
well.
it's just this
Yeah,
map.
so again, everything was done in Forge. It's still work in progress, but you know, we started with a rough block out. We got the weapon placements and equipment placements in it, and just started playtesting it internally, both with the devs
This is what
and
the
competitive insights team.
Forge
right?
team has been
Once we
working
got
on.
that honed,
I
we
bet.
started working on materials and
I bet they were
coloring.
only to
We
crank-
got really
able
good
to crank one
concepts
out.
from art. I mean, this theme is just amazing. It's super colorful, super vibrant. Then we did a basic lighting pass to bring it here. There's still a lot more to polish.
I love seeing
but,
the same
we're super
flyby
proud
images
to
that we've
show it off
already
here
seen
and see
twice.
What these
Love
teams
that.
do in it.
All right, Michael, let's cut to the important question, the one everyone now is thinking of. When can the fans expect to play this?
Yeah, so first thing we got to do is launch Forge, and that's going to be part of the winter update on November 8th.
So we're going to be
And
shown
then as
something
soon
that
as
we
it's
can't
ready
even
after
play.
That, we will release.
Nice.
Incredible stuff.
Yep.
So you guys at home, yes, you will be able to get into this
Again, the
pit
community
remake.
is
It
all thinking that this is
absolutely
going to be a
incredible. I love
fully
all of
built
it.
out Halo
And I
3
gotta say, you know,
playlist that's
we've
going to
got
get launched
Goofy,
into the
we've
game.
got Clutch on the desk
No,
who
this
have,
is 3 for 3
really made a
Industries.
statement in
We're
Halo
just going to
5,
show you something
sorry,
that you
and
can't
Halo
even
3,
play.
excuse me, and both, I suppose. But
Maybe not Faisal.
you know, they have a lot of love for H3. So I want to know from you two.
Don't get me wrong. This
what
looks
does
really
it
cool.
kind of do for you
Like,
guys? I mean, how excited
this is
are you to get onto this map?
I'm
idea
extremely excited,
of
Lottie.
what
Halo
Forge can
3
do.
and the pit
It is
specifically
significantly
helped me shape
less
my
than
career.
what
I had a
the
few,
content
you know,
star
the
Halo
one
community
snipe. I
wanted.
had a snipe that
One
you may
snipe.
have heard of it. You may have seen the snipe.
It was a good
but
snipe.
It was a great time, and the pit is an iconic map. You can ask any Halo fan. The pit will be in the conversation. And, you know, I just love everything about it. The dual snipers, the symmetry.
show
the
these same
hallways.
images
It's
again
just the
one more time.
classic
We definitely
Halo
haven't seen
map.
this.
Everything you love about Halo compiled into the pit, and I cannot be more excited to watch a couple of legendary teams duke it out.
Yeah, this one hits close to home for me. I'm so envious of the boys that are on the stage. Fellow competitors of mine, but I mean, everybody on that stage knows I had a second alias that I would grind matchmaking on, and it was a PhD. It was Professor Pitt is what I used to call myself. And
But we really don't care about what alternate gamer tag you used back in the day. No offense.
Can't wait to see these guys once again showcase the 2S7 duels and everything, the flanks through long haul. I can't wait to see the plays that are just so memorable that I saw.
I
them
would
make
like
use
to see a map like this in
it's
competitive
absolutely
play
incredible. I mean,
because
Michael,
there are
you
two
guys must be
snipers.
so proud of this, especially as this is
Just
a work
saying.
in progress. I mean, absolutely insane, and just seeing what
hopefully
Forge
this
can
means
do.
we're gonna
I
get
mean,
maps
what
in
can
HCS
the
that
rest
have
of
two
the public
snipers.
expect from Forge? This is just a little
'Cause this one
snippet,
does.
folks, of what is going to
But this is
be
not in
available and what's to
HCS
come.
right now.
It's going to be absolutely incredible.
I can't wait.
I've got to ask you as well, Clutch. Professor Pitt, was that what you said?
I used to tell everyone I had a PhD on the map.
Professor Pitt. Okay.
Professor.
Why?
Because it was actually Gus Dayami had the first gamer tag of Dr. Construct, and we would always play until like my 7 a.m. chemistry class, like throughout the night. And so I had to make a second tag, and I just made it Professor Pitt to play off Dr. Construct. So we were just a couple of PhD players. just
Shout out
running
Ghost
plays.
Dayami.
Shout
Yeah,
out Ghost Dayami.
Ghost. Absolutely. That takes us back as well. Tell you what, though, thank you so much, Michael, for joining us and, witnessing this creation here. It's absolutely incredible. So excited to see both of our teams duke it out on this new remake of the Pit. So thanks so much. I'll tell you what, folks. 15 years to the day it has been for Halo 3. Absolutely incredible stuff. We have the OGs on there. We've got a Pit remake to play. And now it's time to get into the action. We're going to head on over to our casters for the world premiere. We have Gaskin and Onset on the mics. Gents, it's over to you.
Thank you, Lottie, and I've got to say, this is an absolute honor and a privilege to be part of this. Dan and I both grew up in the region, in the time when we were watching these guys play, do what they do best, and now we get to relive it a little bit. But instead of watching Dan, we're part of it. We're here calling the action.
Back in the days when Mark had hair, I was about this big. I was still that same height, but it doesn't matter. I'm still here. And what a moment this is with some of these guys getting to play on main stage. I mean, it's just reliving memories for them, right? I think they are going to be so excited. The Pit in Halo Infinite as well. I cannot wait. Personally, I'm so jealous they get to play it. But this is going to be just bringing back all those good times for these guys.
I mean, what I'm most excited for, we've got two snipers on the
cool,
map.
'cause the Seri is actually
Halo
on a
Infinite, we
team.
get to see
The
some
Seri and
sniper
Snipecam are
battles
actually on
going
teams
down,
playing right
which
now.
is what we love to see, right? We love to see those little D-scope battles. We like to see a nice cross-map headshot, and of course, there's a couple of players on here
Yeah,
on our stage
one of the
right now
things
who
that they
know
should have
all
done
about
is they
those
should have put
battles.
this
You're
map
looking at
into the
B-Man right
game
now, best man.
in
He's
its
just
own
got the battle rifle in his hand, but I'm
temporarily
excited
for
to
like
see
1 week
maybe some of the
to
creative
tease
things we
Forge.
see now on the Pit. A few
It's
new
a
pieces of
phenomenal
equipment been
mistake
added. You've got a
to
drop ball,
show
you've got
this map to
repulsor
the
knocking
community
about as
and not
well.
allow us to play
I'm
it.
kind
They
of
should at
looking
least
over
put
at
it in the
one
custom
side
game
of the
files
stage
so
for a
that
man
we can
who
just
was
mess
always
around
a
with
little
it
bit
and have fun.
creative when it
Not
came
obviously
to
in Forge,
Halo.
like not
Gonna be
Forge,
David
but
Walsh.
just a version of
David
the map.
Walsh. I'm sure he's
so we
going to
can
find a
run
way
around
to
on it.
repulsor
Go,
someone
okay,
off
this
the
is
map.
what we
You might
can
have heard them
expect from
talking about it
Forge.
on the
Let's get
desk.
excited
There's
for
an
this.
open area now over towards kind of the S1
No,
where the
we
fences
just don't
used
get
to
any of
be,
that.
and also that overshield
Nice.
area. You're going to see people getting flung
Meanwhile,
off that map by
by
the
the way,
repulsor, and I wouldn't be surprised
this
if Walshy
one
throws a
Forge
couple of
map
plasmas
that's been
there as well.
recreated,
Maybe an
and
instant
this
explode
entire
here or there
showcase
to try
match
and just bring back
was
those
shown
memories once more.
over
pretty
an
sure there's needler on
elimination
that as
match
well.
I believe
between
there is.
I'm pretty
Sentinels
sure
and
there is a
G1
needler on the map,
on
so we'll look for
Delta
Walsh
that wasn't
to,
even commentated.
maybe look to spread the pink mist a
Nice.
little bit here on Pit. But I want to talk about these lineups because, I mean, the amount of championships, the amount of iconic moments that all of these players have been involved with. Let me tell you this, even though obviously we're here to have fun, to showcase the Pit, let me tell you, these guys are taking it seriously. I've never seen Bravo so active backstage. Like, he's running around, the serious look on his face. I mean, this guy's taking it seriously.
Yeah, Bravo was going through statistics from all the other players, how much Halo Infinite they've been playing.
Really has.
Are they actually going to be able to compete with his
Lunchbox
TD
actually
squad? But
coaches,
look at Instinct, some of the
Lunchbox
biggest and
coaches
best names throughout Halo's history.
Optic.
And boy, do they want to
Just
make
so you
it
know.
count.
Look at Walshy showing all those teeth. That's not a smile anymore. That's a growl. Walsh is ready to go to
Is
war.
Walshy like squishing a TD jersey or something there?
I'm pretty sure he is. That's some classic Walsh. It's not even trash talk anymore. Walsh has kind of transitioned trash talk into still form. He's a master.
It's such a difficult time for Walshy because he goes from show matches competing against Golden Boy to now playing against genuine players on the other side of the stage. But the worrying thing is he couldn't even beat Golden Boy. So can he get the job done here now in front of all
I
these
don't know. I
thousands of
think
people?
it's
I
going
mean,
to
this
be
is
a
the
little
Walshy
bit
redemption
one-sided.
arc for sure, and I'm sure that Golden
Hines
Boy
and
will be
Bestman
quaking
are
in his
not-
boots if
not
Instinct
bad.
come out on top
Yeah.
here. But I mean, on the other side of the stage, Richie Hines is of course there. He's getting
Theory
ready
and
to get into
Snipecam
the
are gonna
action,
be-
and it looks
I
like
don't know.
we're pretty
We'll
much
see.
ready to get into the action as well. The beautiful new
Thinking
neons
Triggers Down has
of
this.
the Pit are ready to go, and everybody here in Orlando at home, good news for you, it's capture the flag as well.
I cannot wait, and we are underway the pit. It's like taking me back to 2010 Orlando, and already nades being thrown across the map, and that overshield being contested.
This is one of those new areas we were talking about, right? Snipedown's got the sniper rifle. Neighbor's also got it on the other side, so maybe we're going to see our first sniper battle of the day. Neighbor just peeking around S2 at the moment. Snipe down on the training, and Dan, I'm going to beat you to it. We had a little bet on this. I'm going to say it. He might think about jumping up top banana. I got it in first. There we go.
Doesn't count as a banana anymore.
It's banana,
gray.
man.
Needs to change. As there we go. Already the sniper making a big difference, and Snipe down just checking to see no one's going to be contesting it from S2.
Look at that hysteria with a repulsor jump up, but Snipe down just looks at home. Not just at this event, we talked about his performance on E United, but on this map, the man knows every single angle to take with his sniper rifle.
Richie Hines did get the rockets though. You've got to imagine that Hines is going to have a big advantage playing this. He's probably been testing it for God knows how long.
8,000 hours.
Too many hours, some might say. But already you can see that flag is moving, and Snipe down just trying to watch over the spawns.
Well, she put some pressure onto it, but that flag is all the way across the map at the moment. You can see maybe a little bit of a barrel kill coming in as well. Snipe down just trying to sharpen this one home, and at the moment, it's looking like this might be first strike going to Triggers down. They're up by 1.
2 players still without a kill. One of them is Walshy, and boy, am I going to be watching that one closely. Because if Walshy gooses, you know full well we'll never let him forget it, as he's trying to escape Snipe down's block just once more.
Stays alive just long enough, but here's Snipe down. He picks up another. That's a killing spree for him, but David Walshy's got a drop shield. Respect between the elders here. Respect your elders at all times.
Drop shield's falling over towards Long Hill at the moment, and that's going to create some very interesting plays, just like the one you saw. I think with all the equipment that's added in Halo Infinite, we're going to see so many exciting things that are tried and tested.
Snipe down currently sat at 5-0, by the way, hitting bodies as the overshield comes up as well. Elamite's going to be in position maybe to grab this one. He's going to pop it. He's going to lock it down, and now that might be the first death for
Oh,
Snipe
wow.
down.
There's a little...
Elamite's toenails long enough to keep him on the map
Oh, you
there.
can fall off
So
the map.
close to being just propelled off the map, but that's what you've got to know. You've got to know surroundings. Hysteria, though, running a second flag here for Triggers down. It's as easy as that. 2-0.
It's almost as if I called that the team that has 2 pro players currently competing in the Pro League is now up 2-0.
That's probably the reason why he's got kills. He had to pick up a projectile to do so. But now we're seeing Instinct finally getting a flag on the move. They are going down long haul. They do have the cover at the moment. Surely this should be a cap, but no. There is going to be a lot of challenging happening over here.
Lunchbox has got work to do. The pressure's going to come in from training, as we all know and we've all seen throughout the years. But for now, Lunchbox playing it perfectly, working with Elamite, the objective duo from the 08 to 2010 seasons of the MLG circuit, and now working together once more. But Neighbor's going to be there to slow things down, and B-Man is going to work with a teammate to get that return. Unfortunately for Instinct, that one ain't going home.
2-0 in the moment. The last time these two teams matched up in 2010 Orlando, Instinct 3-0. The maybe Triggers down are looking for some revenge. And it's with great pleasure that we can go to a Triggers down listen-in here with Astro.
Watch out, Eric. One shot needles. One shot needles right now. He's challenging you. He's challenging you.
They have numbers. All green.
Eric, still needles. He went. He's going long way now. Long way now, Eric. Pushing you.
Sniping on bridge, Lunchbox. Sniping on bridge.
Shot it. Nice. Green right now.
All green.
2 shots green. 2
Banana
shots green.
sniping. Banana sniping.
Sorry, it's one person.
For those of you who don't know,
Overshield now.
all of these players really know how to call out this map. Like, really a lot.
One shot.
They played it a lot.
Can we get Obi? Can we get Obi? We have Obi.
Nice job. I'm under bridge. Wait.
You guys are together. We have Obi. You guys are together. Look at training. Look, main bridge up and out. Let's fucking go. Lit up.
Fly right now.
Their hallway. And their needles one hit Walshy.
Put top tower right now.
One shot.
Top turret. Elamite trolling.
Almost as if putting 2 players who are on the Pro League right now currently competing in Halo Infinite on the same team is a bad idea.
Bravo, chill, man.
Or balance purposes.
Bravo is screaming
Never
at his
could have
team,
guessed.
directing traffic, and at the moment it's working. Another flag now moving for Triggers down.
Oh, Bravo's been waiting for this moment for a decade, it would seem, taking everything seriously. Hines gets another kill, and it does seem like Instinct are really struggling with the pressure in the moment. Triggers down all the goodies, the rockets, the overshield, everything's perfect for them.
And Instinct currently, excuse me, well, she's dragging him through this at 9 and 8 on the stats. Now comes
It's
the
a
flush
work
from
in
Instinct, though.
progress,
This is looking like Trigger's
prisoners.
down. Gonna have
It's
to
a work in
work very
progress. There's been
carefully.
a lot of renditions
They
of
want to have an
the pit.
opportunity to
The
move this
best
flag a little bit
remake
longer.
of the
Does
pit
get
was in
returned.
Halo 4.
Snipedown has the rockets. There's the teamwork.
Halo
Elamite
4
and
had a really
Walshy.
good one.
And Walshy will not die.
It's
I
a
did
work
see
in
Walshy
progress.
warming
Their
up backstage. I
foragers
think
are
the
going
only
to come
player
out.
actually
They're going
warmed
to
up
see that
before
this
this
is like
series. He
messed
had to
up.
just make
They're going
sure
to get this map
authorizing
and
the
they're going to
fingers wasn't
literally make it
happening. Get
a
that
million
core
times better.
ready.
I don't
And I
have
tell you
any
what, even though he started slow, seems to be
any
heating up
worries
the further
about
we get
that.
into this game.
Again, we just need forwards so we
Player on
can
Instinct
fix
to break
343's
the
game
double
for
digits on
them.
kills.
I'm not joking. We
Once
literally
again,
made their
just
entire
rotate
Big
back
Team
through
Battle
green box
playlist
here
in
and
Halo 5 for
help
them.
Lunchbox
It was
who have to
embarrassing.
pick up those rockets. 1v1 with Hines again. Respect shown by Walsh. He now spikes out that mid-bridge. Little battle going on. Banana. Lunchbox going to win that one. I hear the Needler in the background as well. 2 dead here for Triggers down.
Can't tell if it's respect or just fear from Walshy at times. He just seems to be backing out of these fights that maybe going to be too much, but eventually gets shut down. A good passenger play, though, from Instinct in the moment. They just need to get some flags on the go, and maybe Neighbor can lead the charge. Overshield also coming up.
Here is Mason Cobb. Hysteria going to be challenging him. And that's going to allow Instinct now to pick up that overshield. Hysteria also picks up another one, but will he be able to escape? He just about manages
You don't
to
understand
put on
why
the
it looks
sneakers
like a
and get around
Forge
that
map?
corner,
Because
but
they're showing
just
off
there to
Forge,
clean
which is
things
going
up.
to
Then
come
the end of the overshield,
in the
though, because
beta
Hines locks down those rockets.
for,
Hines has done so
for Season
well
3.
getting these rockets time and time again. Maybe Instinct
It's
are gonna
showing
have
what
to call
Forge
some
is capable
reinforcements.
of.
Maybe Lunchbox will be
Which
getting
is
on the phone
kind of
to Roy.
remarkable that the map
See
plays
that
as
come
well.
back into the equation to try and
even
take
though
down
it's a Forge
TD at the
map.
moment, because they look unstoppable.
Like right now, I'm not
We've heard
seeing
from the
major
side,
frame
Triggers down.
drops.
I think it's only right that
I'm
we
not
hear what
seeing any
Instinct have to say for
textures that are
themselves. Let's jump into an
glitching
Astro
out.
listening.
They're showing the stability of Forge, what you're able to create. That's why they have all the lights thrown around. It looks kind of weird because they're showing off the lighting.
We gotta get to the base. We gotta start over their base.
That's a really cool part of the map.
Their base.
I'm coming out of the bridge.
Where's the? Our plat, and our trying to push our flag. Our plat and first. When they're green.
Again, I think this would be a lot better received if there were multiple maps
One shot.
and they were going into a playlist that you could currently play in Halo Infinite right now. I think this entire thing would be so much better.
Run it first.
Oh, it's a BR.
You gotta BR. Nice. Right, live here.
Oh my god,
On the
this is
flag.
joke. Got the first cuts.
They're cuts. One shot, they're cuts.
Nice down, nice shot.
First BR now.
Get on flag.
Nice. One was their first BR. Where are they going? I got this top of the
What's up
flag.
right now? You guys up right?
Probably gonna be long haul.
Coming all the way. Yep.
I'm helping long, Jason.
Yeah, you're right, prisoners. You're absolutely right. Again, the thing about Forge maps, that's why I don't worry about it. The look can be changed completely.
Yeah. It's bridge and sword. Absolutely the training pin. I got naded. There. One mid bridge.
It's supposed to be, this map is supposed to be on top of a skyscraper. It's supposed to be what it's supposed to be, like in the evening time or something.
They're plat. They don't have it yet, but they just got it.
As we jump back into game, we are left with ringing eardrums as Elamite tells someone to back their asses up in that battle. While she's still on the flank though, and you can hear from the comms that Instinct need to OE. They know they need some flag caps. Only 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on that game clock.
Yeah, they've just been letting
Just so you guys know, in Halo 3, Snipe Down had the most XP accumulated of any player in the game in MLG.
Could be a gap.
He had the most, so he is the most experienced Halo 3 player by far.
Hysteria comes out on top.
Again, right there where Hysteria out-BR'd Walshy, Hysteria currently plays Halo
2
Infinite
players, no shields. Snipedown's there to help him out as well.
and qualified for Worlds in Halo
from
Infinite.
Hysteria means Instinct can still keep this one alive.
That's why you're saying that.
Neighbor does get a touch. Snipedown's going to try and stay alive at the same time, but good grenades. Okay, bad grenades. It goes from amazing to then very bad.
Neighbor just puts his hand to his head as well. Oh, poor Mason. We all saw it, unfortunately. Lunchbox now up on top tower, trying to clear the way. Finds one, doesn't get the second though. B-Man's coming after him. Walshy trying to rotate back to the base. It looks like that flag did get sent home as
So
well.
there's a glitch. The lift is making a very loud sound with a body in it. That's a glitch. That even would happen in Halo 3 occasionally. Sounds like a
Only
river.
Neighbor in to clean things up.
21 kills for Hines at the moment, by the way. I think it's cheating he was even allowed to be involved. I think he set up this show match, yet he's still playing.
GB exposed him. He said it's exactly what happened.
Just wanted to be on that main stage once more. And he is going to be running another flag here, but with only 2 minutes left on the clock, Instinct need to get something moving.
Triggers down though, they've got 2 dead. And it looks like Instinct might be going down 3-0 for Richie Hines. Can force this one through the long haul. Nice little back nade. But there is Lunchbox.
Crazy to see these two teams competing against each other once more here in 2022 as Hysteria puts in the third. And you'd have to imagine that's going to be too big a deficit now for Instinct. So many times you've seen these two teams go up against each other as second, third seeds, first, fourth seeds. They constantly clashed back in 2008 to
Why does
2010.
Walshy not have a gamer
And
tag?
the fact we get to witness it once more is just incredible.
Well, Elamite's last alive here. He's got a little bit of overshield to work with, but unfortunately for Instinct, 3-0 is the deficit. With just 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock. There's Snipe Down as well. Elamite eliminated. As Snipe Down currently sits at 17 and 13 with 16 assists as well.
Gotta say, it feels a little bit unfair. You've got two players on Triggers Down who are genuinely competing in this tournament. No one from Instinct. You've got two coaches, and you've got the oldest man in the building. You've got Walshy there as well.
We've also got Bravo, probably, who's taking this more seriously than his tax returns at the moment. Like, he's living through this moment. Snipe Down just put more damage down at the moment, but 60 seconds left on the clock. This has been so much fun, man.
I mean, I saw it on social media, Towie and Bravo going back and forth about West and East Coast matches that they were coaching. Now they get the chance to coach against each other once more, and it looks like Bravo's going to have the last lap.
Certainly is. Walshy versus Snipe Down. Snipe Down adds another perfect to the collection. It looks like Triggers Down, even with 40 seconds left on this game clock, aren't quite finished yet. They want to get a fourth flag on the board.
Yeah, they just want to add insult to injury here. Snipe Down's going to escort this one. Elamite's going to do his best to try and stop it.
Oh, B-Man! B-Man with the meat wave, not the heat wave, onto the body. Snipe Down just locking down the green box as well. This will be 4-0. The only question now is there time for Triggers Down to make it a perfect 5?
We want 5. We want 5. Come on, get pushed. Let's get it. Double kill for Snipe Down. And now it's whether they want to go for it. With two members going down, Snipe Down being smart about it. He's playing stats instead. 3 seconds left. And that's going to be game. Triggers Down. 4-0. And how much does it come down to Bravo?
Look how happy he is, man. I've never seen Bravo so happy. Also, I don't know how quick the flights are to Turkey back to get that hair transplant, but I need to hit Bravo off about how he's managed to pull that one off. But Triggers Down with the win. A happy birthday, of course, to Halo 3. Such a huge influence on not only the people who love Halo, but across the esports industry as well. And of course, the first time that we see the pit in Halo Infinite. You got to say the bragging rights are only going one way here. Triggers Down with the win.
And to see Halo Infinite, to see Forge, to see the pit, makes me very excited as to what else could be built, what else we're in store for when Forge gets released. But I'm very excited personally to be able to play some of the classic Halo maps. 15 years ago, as you say, Halo 3 was released. As for Triggers Down and as for Instinct, I mean, that was a very one-sided affair, unfortunately. Maybe Instinct might need to make a couple of team changes here or there.
I was going to say, maybe there's going to be a couple of conversations that finish with, I'm sorry, it's just business, as we used to have back in the day. But I got to be honest, I think Walsh was the standout player there on Instinct. Walshy has still got it, everybody. Don't worry. And I'm sure that with those kind of stats, that kind of performance, he's looking across the stage at GB and thinking in the future, maybe that belt's going to be mine.
Maybe they're just not a CTF team. You know, you've got to look, yeah, might be more of a Slayer team and all of that jazz.
Well, it is time for us to wrap it up here from the Casters booth. But down on the stage, Golden Boy is ready with an interview with the winning team.
Yeah, I got you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the better team. It's Triggers Down. We go ahead and grab some of the boys here. Snipe Down, man. It was great to see you holding a sniper rifle on pit again. How'd it feel to play the map?
Yeah, I mean, it was a good throwback. Happy to be here and get some pit games in on a new Forge mode.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's happy to be here. Snipe Down, everybody. Round of applause for Snipe Down. Moving on.
I hope they do a big team
the man
battle
who orchestrated this whole
at
thing,
Worlds.
the master
That'd be
manipulator
cool.
himself, Richie Hines. Hines, man, you look good out there. How did it feel to be back on the main stage where you belong?
Yeah, I feel like I do belong here, actually. Thanks. It's weird. I'm 30 years old, but I feel 16 right now. I hope my mom's enjoying this. Hi, Mom. Love you. Yeah, it's great.
Hines
Is that the cutest thing you've ever heard? Next up.
Hines was
How
one
did
of
you
the
do
few
it? I don't know
people
how you did it
to
because I can
master the
barely grow my
grenade
hair
launcher.
back. What's your
Hammer
strategy?
reach.
It's two things. It's a key combination of specialty products and nostalgia, and this thing just came out.
How did it feel?
I mean, 15 years of Halo 3. I woke up, I looked at the calendar. It said September 25th, and I just saw this all of a sudden in the mirror.
That's
It's wild.
fake, by the way. In case you're not
Unbelievable.
aware
The man
of
is
that
a
hair is
magician,
fake.
everyone. Move over, Pistola. We have a new wizard in town. All right, of course, We have, well, you know what I mean because of the freaking hair.
Yeah, hold on, this is Triggers Down on stage. You can't say something like that. We love you, Ola. We miss you, buddy.
Oh, I love you, Pistola. I love Pistola. I love Pistola. That's my boy. Best man, my man. You were looking like a demon out there. How did it feel to just destroy Walshy?
Oh, I mean, Walshy's always going to be super easy to destroy. It's always nice to destroy it. It's always nice to play against Elamite and Neighbor, though. They're super easy to play against.
Yeah, super easy. Super easy. Matchmaking, doesn't matter, no matter where it is. Hysteria, it's good to see you up here, man. I'm glad we were able to get you from your streams. You know, you seem to be very busy as of late, but want to get your thoughts on playing Pit again with these boys.
Just everyone knows that I love the Pit.
What's up,
It's
casual
just my
question?
favorite
What's up,
map ever,
Ikuza?
and
Hey,
I'm so
Noble.
glad they
How you
brought it
doing?
back.
It's totally 100% his favorite map ever. Give it up for Hysteria.
How are you guys doing?
And
Welcome to
one
the
more
stream.
time, give it up for Triggers Down, but let's send it over to Blaze, who's, you know, with the other team.
With the other team. You don't talk bad about these legends on this side of the stage. As Neighbor, as you just got it done playing the Pit for the first time. How did you feel about that? And why Best Man talking
You guys
like he's
notice
still
how
good?
more people are wearing those earrings?
Did it even matter? Did it even matter? He said that, hey, you know what? It's always easy playing against you.
You know, the thing is this is just a great experience. I'm very happy that we get to play against these guys. And I miss Hysteria very much because the montage that we made was very special to me. And that's all I'm thinking about right now.
It was a good montage, everybody, okay? As I move on over to the most winningest Halo 3 player of all
He's
time,
not wrong.
Elamite, how did it feel to be back on the Pit?
I mean, it's a really fun map, and that was a lot of fun. I think Richie and them have been preparing for this for a long time, probably had a little early access, and it definitely showed this time around.
It definitely did. Now, I called him a 14-time champion, but he really was a 17-time champion with Coach Towie. How did it feel to be coaching this Instinct team once again and go back to the past?
Well, we learned about halfway through the game that my team couldn't hear me. So hopefully game 2 goes better, I would say.
Game 2? Yo, do we want a game 2 out here? Woo! Lunchbox.
Delay the main
How did it feel to be back on the
$350,000
Pit
tournament
and play
more.
against, some old
Yay.
competitors?
It felt good until Dave shot the barrel and blew me up immediately. And it turns out that our strats are about 15 years old. They don't work anymore.
Well, I already know you're cooking up something new here with Towie. Walsh, you started off slow, but once you got going, it looked like you was back in your 20s again.
I don't know whose ankle I broke over there, but I heard some shots fired, and I'm keeping it going. So let's see. Snipe down. His name holds true because when I had Snipe on training, he had Snipe on the tower. He backed down. Hines, just like the condiment. Just like the condiment. You need someone else supporting you. You're not good on your own. Best man. Best man. You forget to give your whole name. It's called Mediocre at Best Man. That's your whole name. Hysteria. We're cool, man. We're cool. Golden Boy, I'm not even gonna waste my breath. Everyone has this like random rivalry between us. We have never played a single match. I never had to play losers bracket round 1 in an open tournament. Get them out of here. Give me a rematch.
You want a rematch? Y'all want a rematch? We're gonna have a rematch here on the stage.
Let's do this. I said you
That was
can't spoil
amazing.
this surprise.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm in shock.
Peak career ended Best Man there. Wow.
Rematch? Well, apparently that's what we're going to have. So we're going to have to see if Instinct can retaliate. And that's mean, speaking of retaliation, I think Walsh was warming up, but he was also writing some lines because poor old TD, they must be reeling right now.
I just feel bad for Mark. He was told the whole time, we're only playing Capture the Flag Pit. We just do the one game. No, we got Slayer, Mark. I knew this whole time. My little sly secret. And this is going to be a good one. I'm very excited. I think the last time we saw these two teams compete against each other on the Pit Slayer was Dallas 2010. Instinct won 50-42.
Stop being the stats man. It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore, but it looks like we're running it back, everyone. TD versus Instinct. The question here is, can Instinct salvage some pride? Can they tie up the series at 1-1?
I saw enough individual skill from Walshy to suggest, yes, they can get the kills, they can win this Slayer, they can tie this up 1-1. Already he's got the boomsticks. Oh, this is one.
Oh! I tell you what, I know it's been a while, but I'm just hearing murmurings of a Walshy chant starting somewhere in the arena. There it is, just when you want it. Rockets in the hands, though. Look how slow this is, by the way.
Yeah, I agree,
As if
Oakham.
you needed
I
something
agree.
To add a little bit more spice to it, a little bit of trash talk.
But all games are doing that, not
the
just
two teams
Halo.
playing very, very differently.
I mean, they're taking this more seriously than the guys playing for hundreds of thousands of dollars this weekend, it would seem. Good shots, though. Again, very slow, back and forth. Walshy not able to get that rocket out, though.
Walshy seemed to have 17 rockets in that thing. I'm not sure how we managed to do that, but... Bloody Dave Walsh thing.
Also, just to let you guys know who are just joining the stream, Sentinels beat G1 in elimination bracket, Game 5 by 1 kill. Definitely worth watching that series. They never had it on the main stage or on Bravo.
Can you come up with new strategies? Gotta imagine he knows enough from coaching Optics so far this tournament, but I tell you what, Instinct doing very well to come back.
What abilities are on the map? There's a repulsor. Is there a grapple?
Here is Papa Walsh. Sniper rifle on training. One dare show.
So no, Sentinels beat G1 Ikuza, and it's not good for G1 because G1 has been knocked out of a tournament, I believe, 3 times by Sentinels now.
Snipe down. Sit down. Walsh with a snipe.
Roll back the years. Push up to top tower. Make sure you just dominate their spawn because you've got both snipers in the moment, but Walshy needs to back down and all that smart.
Yeah, I mean, G1 is a very good team. They also match up very well against Sentinels. So yeah, getting top 6 is not a bad placing for G1 at all. But they really want to do more. You need to Elamite. You need to throw the overshield off. Elamite was celebrating there. You just throw the overshield off the map.
And Lunchbox unfortunately falls.
That's a
Instinct
like
starting to lose
celebration
players
that
like
results in
flies.
him not throwing the
I think it'd be
overshield
perfect
off.
time to jump into an Instinct Astro list of it.
Oh, he's got rockets already. That's 2. Rockets already. So many green guys. You guys are green guys. Gotta push through if you can. 2 minutes green.
Oh, that's true, Ikuza. That's true.
Our Needle Kyle week was Needle week. Not anymore though. Our green.
Wow. I'm telling you, the needler never works like that for me. It doesn't.
What is on my screen?
That's one.
Average at best, man. FaZe versus Optic winner final. But yeah, it could be grand final.
There was one in our court a while back. I killed him. Dave.
The courtyard. Sword and push out snipe, you guys.
Sword.
Training and sword.
Our green.
Under bridge.
I mean, best man has 0 kills. He just got a kill. He just got a kill.
I'm trying to watch this. They're gonna fight me. I need someone to watch my
I just would like to point out that even though best man just got his first kill in the game, they're ahead by like 7 kills. Figures down still. So again, it's almost like I said before any of the series even got started, having 2 people who are currently in the Halo Infinite Pro League right now and playing in this tournament right now on the same team is a little overpowered. Almost like what I said was true. And please don't get me wrong, I understand they're trying to put the same players who are on those original teams on the same teams.
It just shows sometimes you gotta be careful with the trash talk. It looks good if you pick up the kill, but then you get embarrassed a few minutes later.
I mean, the years.
Has anyone thought that the grapple would be good on this map? Like the grapple, you could use it on the outside edge of the map. Like this open area, that would be sick.
Anti-gravity shots to the body we've ever seen. Walshy now trying to survive. Snipe down trying to make the push. He kills the difference between the 2 teams, but one thing we've noticed, I think the players have noticed as well, how many rockets do you get at the moment?
Seems to be like the good old days. Plenty of rockets to work with. I will say the open area of the map down by OB means it's very difficult to try and push and flank round if there's a repulsor.
Best man is 6 and 7 now, so
will immediately be shut down, but 35 to 23.
yeah, Camo would be really OP.
Pummeling Instinct.
Walsh did everything he could. Just to maybe try
You could have a grapple on this map. You could definitely have a grapple. I think you're right. Grapple may not be as good, especially in CTF. It'd be too overpowered in CTF. You're right. It'd be way too overpowered in CTF. Because you could grapple like across. Yeah.
Things out here, all trapped in sword though.
Wait, that's a turret. Is that? Wait, that was not a normal looking turret. Oh, that's a brute turret.
Snipe down says, you know what? This is so easy. Let's make it even more fun.
That's a
We got a few moments
Root
left
chopper
in this game.
turret.
Let's jump into a listening now. With triggers down.
Our court.
That's a new weapon, by the way. We've never seen that. Holograms would be perfect for this game. Holograms were never good in any of the Halo games.
Overshield the rocks in 10.
I don't know. It just wasn't competitive. That's a new turret for multiplayer, 100%. Like, I've never seen this weapon before. Also, notice the armor effect that that guy is wearing, the horns, the holographic horns. One of the players is wearing a new armor effect on his helmet. It's either a Hayabusa helmet or it's like has horns on
You
it.
gotta respect it when you're up by that much. The BM of the turret. I mean, things look pretty strong to be fair, but at least Elamite managed to come out on top of that one.
It looks like a shield cracker. You just need someone to clean up afterwards. 47. We're going to tick over to 50 very shortly, it seems.
Please don't get me wrong.
He's got another overshield.
This is fun to watch. It's cool. It's fun to watch. I'm glad they showcased it. It just is
Grab it. Get the shot.
not what it could have been. And it seems like that storyline of it's not what it could have been is true with practically everything that 343 releases.
Capture the flag on the pit was theirs.
This is the HCS build, Ikuza. This is the HCS build.
They're cowering. They know how close this is. They want to just have one last second on the pit.
Mint Blitz predicted all of this to happen in his video multiple hours ago.
The crossfire. Instincts stay alive here. They pick up 2.
Somehow they're still doing it. They know they have to play.
Although he predicted there to be a playlist, which there isn't.
Do it, goes for the ninja. Elamite keeps him in the game.
Triggers down want to make this flashy. They don't want this 50th
That's really
kill to be
cool
some
how they keep the
measly
banana jump.
proxy VR kill. They want a ninja. They want a snipe. They want something to
Whoever
scream and shout
designed the
about.
layout overall of this map did a really good job. This could be a competitive map. I'm not joking. Like, obviously there's going to be some tweaks. The lighting is not great. The map looks a little too neon-esque. But this could be a competitive map, for sure.
Walsh, I think, he's got somewhere else to be, but the 50th kill goes down.
They're just having fun. Ikuza, it's fine.
And they
They're
win.
just having fun.
The throwback
Hey,
throw down.
that's fun
2-0.
stuff, right?
Walshy said it's
Unless you're going to surprise me, by the way, with another game.
We might.
Yeah.
Best of 5. Walshy says it's Championship Sunday. We've got other games to play, guys. Come on, get it done. But Triggers down. We'll win 2-0. What an incredible show
I think that Bravo should have been on the team in replacement of Snaigan or Hysteria, and that would have made the games more even. I'm dead serious. That's the first thing that I would have done. I would have had Hysteria coaching, because Hysteria is a current player. Have Snaigan in, obviously, because he's very historic Halo 3 player. But Bravo needed to be on Triggers down instead. That would have made the match more competitive and fun, because Bravo's not in the Pro League.
You get to see the pit. It's been a lot of fun. And I've got to be honest, I'm jumping into the playlist as soon as that thing drops.
I mean, Triggers down versus Instinct now. Maybe in 10 years' time, we'll have a Optic versus FaZe showdown, and it's going to be a new
I think
era
the Big
of
Team Battle
legends because we
Bonanza
are
was
seeing
more
some of the
fun
best
to
players
watch
come
than
through
this,
in Halo
especially
Infinite. I'm
once
sure
the
they can't
spectator
wait to get
mode
their hands
gets
on
cleaned
the
out
pit as
and
well.
they have
How is that
multiple
gonna change
POVs they
the
can switch
HCS
to.
next
The
year?
Big
It's
Team
gonna
Battle
be so
Bonanza,
exciting
the
to
second
see
one
some
was
of the biggest and best
it
players
was actually
playing
really
on the
cool.
old classic maps.
If you
But
haven't
they're all
watched it,
friends,
look it up.
really. Some of them
It's
even
like
played on Instinct
main
when they were on
content
Triggers
creators
down,
and
the
pro
other
players
flip-flops.
playing against
So,
each other in
I
Big
tell you
Team
what, it's
Battle. It
amazing to
was
see them all up there once
actually
I'm
cool.
sure the players who are on Instinct who did play on Triggers down will be claiming that as a win for themselves. as
Big
well.
Team
That's
Battle
certainly
Bonanza 2,
how they are
by the
probably
way.
thinking about it working, but for some of these players, of course, the job not done yet. The likes of Snipe down, he's still got some games to play today. For E United, and I tell you what, the fans were certainly getting behind him yesterday and on day number 1.
Yeah, so
Snipe
Ikuza,
down,
that's what
always
they
been a
are
crowd favourite and certainly
projecting
put in performances
towards.
as well.
As
They
when I
want to
spoke
do that.
United the other day, they were like, oh, you know, Snipe Down's going to be playing in a show match. He's not going to be warmed up playing
They
Halo 3. And I was
know
like, oh,
Bonanza.
you're right. And he will
No,
be all right.
Oakham.
It's a nice one. It's on Halo Infinite.
It was
I'm
the
sure he's gonna have
typical,
incredible
like for
time.
example, Ubernet got a tank on Deadlock and the other team didn't, and that translated. I mean, it went to Game 5. I'll just put it that way, and it was very fun and entertaining. But no, no.
Thank you so much, Onset and Gaskin.
You and
Guys,
I
give it
would
up for
dominate
Triggers
in it. No offense, like we would.
Now, before the game started, David Elizabeth Walsh was out there.
Like they would
just
literally,
saying
I'm
all
not
sorts of
joking,
things.
after
By
we
the way,
played
gotta make
them
sure we
on
get a
high
camera
power,
on
they would
Dave so we
literally
can
be
see the
calling
salt.
the
Anyway,
Wasp
best man.
overpowered and asking it for it
Just
to be
get some
nerfed because
choice
of how
words
badly
for
we
Dave
beat their
here.
asses
Go
into
ahead
the
and
ground.
direct it at
I'm
him
not
and only
joking.
him and only him.
I mean, it's hard talking trash to Dave. You know, he teamed with me in Halo 3. You know, he helped me get a good placing. He was on the downside of his career a little bit. But we had some good times. You know, we had some unfortunate events. You know, it's all love. I appreciate Dave and everything he's done for me. So, no bad blood.
Yeah. Just that one subtle jab. Richie, my man. Back here again. You look great. You said that
While
you
she's
felt
drinking
like you
a
were
Red
back
Bull.
in your prime. So,
Fun fact, he
when
was
you gonna just
sponsored
come
by
back and
Red Bull
compete
for a
again?
long time. He was one of the
I'll
first
talk to you about
esports
that,
players
see if I can
ever
make
sponsored
some
by
moves,
Red Bull.
But, yeah, Dave.
Still drinking it right
never
now
lost to
on
him.
main stage.
Glad to continue that. But I will say, before I was a pro, Dave is the #1 pro I looked up to. Had a really good conversation with him at my first event, encouraging me to continue to go to events, and I kept that in mind. And thank you, Dave. #1 fan right here.
Yeah. Walshy Love on the stage. I know you don't like it, G, but it's okay. Brav, how did it feel to be back on the stage with the hair flowing? We got a chance to listen in on the comms a bit, and man, you were locked in. It was intense.
I was, man. It was kind of crazy putting this jersey on again, looking in a hotel room mirror and putting a Triggers Down jersey on in the morning, and to be behind these guys, yeah, it was a blast. And it's crazy that the 15-year anniversary of Halo 3 falls on a championship Sunday to the day. It's kind of wild. So just big shout out to everybody here.
That is
supporting the
really
game,
cool
and I
that
know
15
everybody's
years
been doing it
ago
for a long time,
today,
so
Halo
it's
3
wild.
was launched.
It is a blast, and that is a special moment here on Championship Sunday in Hysteria. How does it feel to be back on the stage, playing the pit, going to Worlds, and just having, you know, your Halo career come full circle?
Oh, I mean, it's been a crazy weekend, and I couldn't have expected it to go any better, honestly.
Nice.
They qualified for Worlds. The reason why he's saying he couldn't expect it to go any better, they qualified for Worlds.
Player here.
Yeah.
On a team, a no-name team like Team War.
Well. Oh, that's a word for use.
Who's
Anyway,
sponsored by BenQ, by the way.
Snipe down. Finally, good to see you back doing your thing on the pit. What you got to say to Dave?
Yeah, I mean, I love the man. He was at my wedding, like, you know, about a month ago, and I'm not sure he's recovered quite yet from that gameplay I just witnessed. So, but it was some very good games, and I was just happy to, you know, go back up here with some legends and 3/4 of a team that should have happened. It was supposed to be me, Jacob, and Richie with Pistola.
Wait, whose fault it was?
His fault.
Okay, it was his fault.
We blame him, and we were supposed to have Pistola as the 4th in 2009. That was a possible roster, and we were. Was it 2010? Whatever. It would have been sick, and you know, it's still fun to get up here and play with these guys on an old school map like that.
#Hysteria's fault. All right, everyone. And of course, give all the love to Pistola as well. But guys, give it up for Instinct 2.
I hope
Absolute
Pistola
legends
returns
up
to
there,
competitive
even
play.
Dave, but we are gonna
He
go to
definitely
commercial
should play
break. When
top
we
8
come
again, I feel
back,
like.
we're going to continue this competition. We got some banger matches. You guys excited for Championship Sunday? Yeah! Let's do this.
HCS Red and Blue are offline? Really? That's promising. Wish they had been offline for the Sentinels versus G1 match so we could have seen it on. Okay, we get Sentinels versus United next.